Hello, everybody, and welcome to the WildWeiler Weekly Wrap. I am WildWeiler, and I am back. It has been about 3 weeks since my last weekly wrap, and I am terribly sorry for that. I really am. It does actually eat me up a little bit. I do really I really value doing these every week, and they feel like just a big part of my self process in sharing what's important to me, what's going on in my life. They keep me grounded. Have you ever got to the end of a year and you're just like, what did I do? Well, I have scripts from all of these where I tell you what I do, and it really helps combat that feeling of what did I do this month. So not going for 3 weeks was a bit of a bummer, but I'm here. I'm back. I'm sorry for being gone for so long. It is a busy time of year, and I hope you are all doing well. I've missed making these and reading all of your lovely comments. Unfortunately, despite being gone for 3 weeks, I don't actually have 3 weeks of things to wrap. I've been working on some comedy sketches in Final Fantasy XIV, but work has stalled because all of the locations I've scouted and sort of scenes I need to film next have a fair amount of extras, and I just don't know how to coordinate that yet. So I'm working on it, and then I'll have something to show after, of course, I do any voice acting and voiceovering and mastering. And as it turns out, making sketches is a process. One that I was not ready for, but am excited to dive into. And then after sort of that whole mess and planning and filming and whatnot, I took a much needed trip. And let's see if you can guess where I went. That clue might be a bit cryptic, but what about this one? That's right, I went to America's most Starbucks headquartered city, Seattle, Washington. Now, some of you might be a bit more perceptive than I was when it comes to going to Seattle in August. And if you guessed that Emerald City Comic-Con was happening, you knew more than me when I booked the trip. So that was quite the thing. Yeah, I didn't realize Emerald City Comic-Con was going on, and it really worked out for me. There's tons of cosplayers everywhere, which were fun to look at, but also all the really really stuff, which is what I wanted to do because I like touristy stuff, was empty because everybody was at the convention center doing Comic-Con stuff, which meant that lines were relatively short and things were going on in a way that I could still get my vacation done while everybody else was having fun. I did take some time Friday to walk the floors at Comic-Con though, and it was crazy because there's just a lot of people there. Sadly, I was a little too taken in by all the sights and everything going on to take any good pictures. And honestly, I didn't even buy that much merch. I generally don't go to Comic-Con, so I didn't know what to expect. And boy, those are kind of cool. I'm a big fan of the artist floor where it's all indie producers making stuff. There was an actual main floor with people selling collectibles and things like that, and that's cool. And I get some people are way into that, but I'm more of a indie artist kind of support person personally, if only because I'm a weird guy. Okay, I'm an internet Rottweiler. I have niche interests. Okay, most of them involve furry nonsense, and you're not going to find that on the exhibition floor in a way that engages with, frankly, a queer person like me. Yeah, so I walked around the dealer floor and the art floor, and it was a really nice experience. I got really taken in by it, didn't get any pictures. That's okay. That's okay. After a few more days of vacationing around in Seattle, I took this lovely picture of a lighthouse. And then I almost died. You see, Seattle has what science calls a higher humidity than WildWeiler is used to. And I was not wearing what science also calls the correct clothing. Anyways, as it turns out, I got serious heat exhaustion. And I will say this, in between intermittently vomiting and losing the ability to hear and see properly, I did learn that to have full-on heat stroke, you have to have an internal temperature of 104 degrees Fahrenheit. Since I did not go to the hospital, but I should have. I have no idea of how bad a shape I was in. And then the next several days, well, I basically just had a massive headache, got dizzy even when sitting down, and pretty much had to take a whole week to recover. My message to you, friends, is if you ever start throwing up from sun exposure, go to the hospital. You really need to know like how bad of a situation you're in, because you need to know what your roadmap to recovery is going to look like. Around Thursday this week, I was a mess because I thought I was just going to be dizzy and headachy for forever. Like it was not good. So take care of yourself, everybody. I'm not going to say drink water because you all know that. And in my case, this wasn't extreme dehydration. This was a heat injury. Like water would have helped, but that wasn't my problem. I wasn't extremely dehydrated. I was literally physically too hot, which is a different kind of thing. And frankly, drinking all the water in the world might not necessarily help if you're already properly hydrated. That does it for this week. Streams coming up. I am going to finish Alan Wake on Thursday, and then I want to do something new and exciting on Saturday. So if you have suggestions, please leave them in the comments. I will look forward to that. If not, I'll find something. I got the Games Pass. We can find something new. Why not? Specific times, as always, can be found over on Twitch, linked in the description. As for YouTube, as I mentioned, I've been sick all week. I haven't checked what's coming up. You're going to have to wait and see. Probably a Hitman video. I don't know. As always, thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Bye.